Now, gentlemen, do you impress your girl? I mean, is your girl impressed by you and the things you do? Matter of fact, ladies, are you impressed by your man? Do you feel that you are impressed by what he's doing?
Actually, I don't think he's doing enough. You know what I mean? Like, he's not really, it's not giving.
Okay, you might not feel that he's doing enough, but here's a counter argument. Is it maybe because you're doing too much that you feel like he's not doing enough?
Yeah, man, I think that's what it is. Like, she think I'm not doing enough, but like, really, she be doing the most.
So I see this all the time in my counseling sessions where there's a mismatch of who's feeling like they're doing enough and who feels like they're not doing enough and all this other stuff. And what I found is usually, ladies, sometimes y'all be doing too much. Sometimes what you did happened way before you got with your man. And I know this might be a little confusing.
Yeah, I don't get that. That doesn't make sense. I don't like this video. I think I'm gonna click off.
No, I get you, ladies, but before you click off, before you leave and start tripping, why not listen to what I have to say just a little bit? Because the things I'm about to say are the things that your man is thinking. I'm going to tell you and translate everything he feels like he can't tell you himself. Because you two need a translator, but that's okay. You did the right thing. You came to class, balance of power. I got you covered with today's lesson. Save some experiences for me. Let's get it in. So where does this all stem from? So in financial services, when we have an appointment, one of the first things we do is we ask people, couples, individuals, whoever, what are your goals, your financial goals, your short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals? It's one of our first questions. And I have to say, in over half a decade of different clients, 90 plus percent, not a small percentage of the women who answered had this in their top 3 goals. Do you know what it is? Gentlemen, can you guess? No? Don't worry about it. Ladies, let's say it on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Travel. Yeah. Travel. All y'all want to go every damn where. Every woman was just like travel. That's 90 plus percent was in the top 3. 98.5% of you, there's only like 2 women where it didn't happen in over half a decade worth of clients where they didn't have travel in their top 5 goals. It's a thing. You all want to travel. You all want to go places. You all want to do things. It's a piece of how you're built, ladies, and we get it. Ladies, you talk about going to places like Barbados and Cancun and Fiji and all these exotic places. Places like some of them are not as exotic like Hawaii where, it's not too crazy. But then you say something like Curacao, countries that I had never really heard of before doing this where I was like, okay, y'all doing it big. Where you want to go everywhere and do everything. And ladies, this is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing that you want to travel, because I know you're shouting at the screen right now. What's so bad about that? I want to be cultured. I want to see things. And we get it. But what ends up happening often, especially in the beginning of relationships or maybe in the middle of a relationship that's been around for a little bit, and by a little bit I mean like 3 to 5 years, is when I see this kind of come to a head often, is where the woman has had a lot of experiences, a lot of travel especially, a lot of doing things and going places and doing expensive, crazy things before she got with her man. So this creates a situation. The man is hard-pressed to impress you if you've already done it before, ladies. If you've already been to Hawaii, maybe like 4-5 times with 3 different dudes, it's going to make it difficult for your current man, your husband, your long-term, the one who's about to be husband, to impress you by taking you to Hawaii. You're like, I've been there before. Because remember, ladies, how you function, how your brain is, you guys like new and exciting. If it's not the new hotness, you're not really about it.
What you remember is you used to drive that old busted joint. See, I drive the new hotness. Old and busted, new hotness.
So you're making it difficult, ladies, for your man to impress you with something that you feel is old hat. Something where you're like, yeah, I've already done that before. Especially if you've done it with another man. Oftentimes, when you've done crazy, exotic, expensive things, especially in these streets nowadays, it tends to be something where you did it with a dude who had money before you got with your current man. And we as men, we know this. And if you are, ladies, hopefully this isn't you. But if this is you, someone who compares your man to other men, either openly in relationship arguments where you're like, oh, well, I done that and this ex did this and this ex did that, where you're already throwing it in his face. It's already something that he knows. Oh, you don't make as enough money as this guy. If that's a thing, ladies, this is especially hard now because he's not just trying to impress you on a normal level. Now he also hears in his head that the last dude took you to Barbados. The last dude took you to Fiji. The last dude. Or if it's not just one dude, it's multiple dudes. He's competing. Every time you do an experience on your own or with a dude or with other girlfriends or whatever, ladies, you are making a competition for your man. He's having to compete against your past. He's having to compete against your experience. So he is already trying to please you on this level of giving you new hotness, the new good things. But even if it's you and a girlfriend or you did it by yourself, you have already given yourself the gift. You've already given yourself the prize. It's like he's trying to find something to buy for you for Christmas, but you've already bought everything for yourself. Being too independent, ladies, can be a detriment to your relationship because relationships kind of by definition are an interdependent kind of thing. You have to rely on the other person. Because for as much as people talk about self-love and all this other stuff, yeah, you can have self-love, but it's not the same as getting love from another person. No amount of self-love is going to fill the hole that you could get from another person. You can get love from God. You can get love from family and friends and all that. You can get self-love, but romantic love, you're going to kind of need somebody else. And a part of the romantic love, a part of what keeps that bond together is you having experiences and doing things. And ladies, a lot of that is dependent upon your perception of if it's a good enough thing or not. If he's taking you to the ballet and you've been there 15 times, ever since you were a kid, yeah, you like the fact that he's taking you because it's something that you like and want, but are you really impressed by it? Do you feel the amount of euphoria and happiness that you would feel if it was the first time you ever went? No, it does not compare. You having firsts with another person, especially if it's another man, or if you did it on your own, is not the same as you doing it with your husband, with your man, with the one, with your person. And ladies, something to remember, it's not just about you and the new crazy hotness that you want all the time and how you perceive it. It's also about us. It's also the man. We derive a lot of happiness from giving you things. So if we can't give you something that you've never had before, if we're not the first, because in a lot of ways we know this, we know that the best for you tends to be the first. Some exceptions, depending, but a lot of times, the first time you did something, the first time you went somewhere, first time you had an experience, this is the one that's locked in your head. So you, ladies, like first. We like best. We don't always have to be first, but we need to be best when it's something that's important to us. And since you classify first as best, you're the one who's going to determine whether it's best or not. Because if we go, yo, is this the best gift you've ever received? You're the one who's the judge of that. So for you, you're like, nope, it doesn't feel the same. It's great. It's fine. It's good. But, I've been here before. Even if you're trying to spare our feelings and you're a nice woman and you don't berate your man about your exes and what you've done before. Because not all of you do that. Some of you are great. Even if you are trying to spare feelings, we're going to ask questions or we're going to know because we've seen pictures or we know, that your ex had money or something like that. We're going to know. So we're going to know that we're not the best and it's going to mess with us. It is going to mess with your man's psyche. It's going to mess with your man's emotions. It's going to mess with our feeling of wanting to give you the best. And at a certain point, if you've done everything, if he can't be the best at anything, if there's no hope for him to be the best, because men are lazy, hey, we are. Because men are lazy, eventually, when he hits the wall too many times about, I can't be the best, I can't be the best in this, I can't be the best in that, there's no vacation I can give her that she hasn't either given herself or she's done with some other dude. There's no gift I can give her that she's not already buying for herself or somebody else has done for her. If there's nothing that you save for us, ladies, eventually your man's going to tap out and he's not going to want to try to even do anything romantic anymore. He's not going to try to do anything to impress you or be the best. He's going to now be lazy and settle for like, I guess I might not be the best, but at least I'm the last man standing. It's like a consolation prize for us. Consolation prize that every other dude done fell off for whatever reason and we're the one last standing. It's not as great as being the best. We want to be the best. And if it's important for you, for your man to feel good in this relationship, which it should be, for you all to be connected as tightly as you could, emotions, he's got to feel like he's the best. So help him, help you, give you what you want, which is what he wants is to give you what you want.
Yeah, I said that right. Yeah.
So ladies, you should save certain experiences, save certain things. Don't be so hard pressed to do everything all the time as soon as you possibly can. Don't save all your money and go traveling all by yourself or with your girlfriends or some random dude who doesn't mean anything. Like, start pulling back. Start saving something. If you don't save things that are important, there's certain things I won't do with certain people because I'm saving it for when I get married. Now I'm saying, there's certain things that I don't do, certain places I don't go, certain words I don't say, there's a list of stuff where I'm like, nope, that's reserved for the wife. I save certain things for the ring. So ladies, for you to get impressed by your man, for you to have the relationship happiness that you really want, start right now. Now, if you've done a lot of things, hopefully you can start to allow your man to find new things. Hopefully you haven't done everything. And hopefully your man has enough money or whatever to give you something. And gentlemen, if you want a video about ways to still impress women who've had a lot of experiences, let me know in the comments down below and I'll give you a list of those as well. But ladies, seriously, for all of us, for you and for me, for him and for you, girl, start saving certain things for the ring. And that's the end of today's lesson. Now, if you found value in this, go ahead and subscribe. We are still on our road to 10K, so help the channel out. Make sure that you not only get these lessons, but other people can get these lessons as well. We are trying to get this out to the world as much as possible to keep relationships together. Know what I'm saying? So go ahead, throw thumbs, hit the subscribe button, and if you're really, really good, which you should want this, slide this video to somebody who might need it, all right? And gentlemen, I'm telling you, take advantage of this. I get to be the bad guy. So many of you are afraid or reluctant to talk to your girl or certain people who you want to be your girl about these things, all these hot button topics and things. You're like, I don't know how to break this down. Maybe if someone else told her, that's what you got me for. So go ahead, slide this video to a girl that you need to hear this message, and I'll handle that female heat for you. Now I'm saying. Now I know you love these lessons, so come on back and click on another video. Till next time, no. Deuce deuce.